my name is Brittany.
And my name's Michelle.
And we are doing our project on how we are heroes within our own community.
When we first moved to the islands, we completely fell in love with Hawaii. There was beauty everywhere we looked, in the mountains and the beaches and in the ocean. But we soon realized that not everyone had the love and respect for the islands as we did.
Aside from its obvious beauty, we began to notice subtle things, such as trash scattered along almost every hike that we did, and fishing lines strung across reefs where we swam. We watched people leave heaps of beer cans and bottles in the sand after nights of camping, and tourists who left their unwanted items along Waikiki Beach.
We knew that if we wanted to preserve Hawaii as the gorgeous and ecologically thriving habitat that it is, we had to take action and encourage others to do the same.
So Michelle and I have done several things to act as heroes within our community. For one, we have participated in a beach cleanup, which was at Makua Beach. And basically it was just a ton of us, and we walked around with trash bags and collected as much trash as we possibly could off of the beach. And then we actually got in the water. We had little backpacks on our backs and scissors, and we cut as much fishing line as we possibly could off the reefs and collected so much plastic and trash. I think I got a couple lighters and little action figures. And it was just amazing how much trash and how much of an impact we actually made on the beach as a unit. I think they filled like at least 6 giant trash bags full of stuff just from on the beach alone. It was crazy. And then we did Stairway to Heaven on Easter, which is a well-known hike on Oahu. And there was 5 of us, we all carried trash bags to the top, and we put as much trash as we possibly could that was at the top and lugged it down with us. And even though all 5 of us had a trash bag full of trash, that didn't even make a dent basically in how much trash was at the top. There was so much trash and bottles and plastic and just food wrappers that people had left up there. And even though we had a decent amount with us by the time we were done with the hike and we threw it away, there was just still so much up there. And I can't imagine if everyone carried their trash out with them, there probably would be nothing up there, and it would be so much more beautiful. So it was so sad to see that people just take advantage of the environment and just leave their trash everywhere on the hikes.
Okay. So not only have we done planned things like doing Stairway or the Makua Beach cleanup, we also do like community acts such as going to Waikiki Beach, which is right down our house, and every time we go just to walk on the beach or to do whatever, we always clean up the trash that the tourists leave, which is an insane amount. Like we'll just walk, and every couple of feet there's another thing, a cigarette butt, a cup, anything. People leave so much trash, and there's trash cans all along Waikiki Beach. There's recycling bins. There's so much that Waikiki does to limit that, but still the tourists really don't abide by any of that. So every time me and Britt or any of our friends go, we make it apparent to clean up any of that trash. We have also really tried to limit our electricity throughout this semester. We've done things like we really limit the use of our air conditioner, and we just make use of the windows. We open the door, we create a craft breeze. We rarely ever use the lights. We keep the windows open. Like right now it's kind of dark, but that's because we use just the window, so the sun is our natural light. We never use our dishwasher, even when there's dishes piled high from company. We'll do it, and we'll try to do it with as little water as possible to really cut down on that, which I think really makes a difference, because if everyone did that, that would save so much electricity, so much water, and so much of that is so unnecessary to do. One thing that we really tried to improve on this semester is that our building does not have a recycling program. And that kind of really made us sad, because we wanted to make a difference this semester and work on being more ecologically sound. And not having a recycling program really puts a stop on that. So we talked to our manager of the building, and he said, well, we could try it, possibly. And then we talked to him a couple other times throughout the semester, and then one day he came up to us and he was like, guys, guess what? We have a recycling program. Like, now you guys can recycle. And it really made us so happy to know that it mattered to him, that because it was important to us, and now our entire building can recycle.
Yeah,
which is awesome.
We don't really use that much bottles, but we had guests coming over that would bring water bottles, Gatorades, all that kind of stuff, and they would say, do you have recycling, or should I just throw this in the trash? And basically we would just tell them, I'm sorry, we don't have recycling, like, you have to throw it away, and then all that would go to waste. And I'm sure that happened with everybody else in this building, so it was just nice to finally get a recycling program started in this building so that all those bottles aren't going to waste.
Right. So for the past 2 years, me and Brittany have really tried to limit our plastic consumption, and one of the things we've done to do that is we bought a Hydro Flask, which is a multi-use water bottle. We have one right here. We actually have a couple. Everyone in our house actually has one. But because we convinced all of our friends to get them because they're so beneficial. We take them everywhere we go. We take them to the school. We take them on all of our hikes. They're great water bottles. They keep everything cold, so it's really worth it for people to buy. And on the other hand, it's really helping out people's plastic consumption. It limits it so much. So we really try to tell everyone, like, wow, these water bottles look great. We convinced people back home where we're from to get them. So it really helps to get one of these.
I mean, if you think about how many plastic bottles that people go through, plastic bottles of water, they buy those giant cases, and we'll go through those in like 2 weeks and then just throw the water bottles away. But instead, we're just refilling this with tap water every day, and we don't have to use any plastic or waste anything. It's basically just a really sustainable source. So
yeah.
The ancient Hawaiians say aloha aina, which means to love and respect the land, to make it yours by taking care of it. They also say malama aina, which means to care and nurture the land so it can give back all we need to sustain life for ourselves and our future generations. If we all adapted these Hawaiian ways, we all could be heroes.